RHOSLC Britani Bateman slapped with $100,000 lawsuit. RHOSLC newbie Britani Bateman made an impression on viewers with her behavior. Now she's facing a $100K lawsuit. Keep reading for all the nasty details. What we know about RHOSLC Season 6. With 2 Real Housewives shows on pause, viewers are concerned the franchise may be on its last legs. The Real Housewives of New Jersey and The Real Housewives of New York were left off the network shows that earned renewals, but fans of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City can breathe a sigh of relief. The show was renewed for Season 6. All of the Season 5 are rumored to return, despite claims about a heated fight between Meredith Marks and new Britani Bateman. Heather Gay, Lisa Barlow, Angie Katzenevas, Whitney Rose, Mary Cosby, and Bronwyn Newport round out the rumored Season 6 cast. Bravo is also adding another city to the popular franchise. Viewers can expect The Real Housewives of Rhode Island to debut next year. Bravo newbie Britani Bateman slapped with $100,000 lawsuit. Britani Bateman joined Season 5 of RHOSLC as a new addition following Monica Garcia's departure. However, she ended up being just as controversial as the cast member she replaced. But her messy previous marriage and bad choice in boyfriends entertained fans enough for her to get another season. And she might have a new topic to talk about. She was recently slapped with a lawsuit from a family member. Page 6 reported that Britani Bateman was sued by her former mother-in-law, Sandra Underwood, for $100,000 plus legal fees. Her former MIL claims that the money was placed into a family fund. The fund was initially created by Britani Bateman's father, but after his death, she was named trustee along with her mother. After her mother's death, Britani's then-husband, John Scott Underwood, was named the second trustee. So why does her former MIL think she has the right to a trust created by Britani's father? According to court documents, the RHOSLC star's former mother-in-law deposited $100,000 into the fund, and now she wants it back. Shocking allegations. Sandra Underwood claims that her former daughter-in-law harassed her into depositing the money after she, Underwood, got nearly $400,000 for selling real estate. She claims that her son's ex-wife used the money from the fund for personal use. Britani Bateman's former mother-in-law is 80 and in poor health. She received a monthly stipend of $1,600 isn't enough to pay her medical bills and prescription costs, especially after an increase in the cost of living nationwide. Sandra Underwood requested in writing that her former daughter-in-law return the money. However, the request was ignored, so she filed a lawsuit to get the money back. Britani willfully, maliciously, and through intentionally fraudulent conduct also converted plaintiff's funds and now refuses to repay the funds, the court documents claimed. The RHOSLC star has yet to respond to the lawsuit. She hasn't addressed it on social media maybe she's saving it for the Bravo show. Catch up on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City on Peacock before the show returns for Season 6 next year. It was the kind of crisp spring morning in Salt Lake City that felt deceptively peaceful, all soft sunlight over the mountains and a whisper of thaw on the wind. But for fans of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, tranquility was the last word on their minds. News had broken late the night before, lighting up group chats and Bravo fan pages like wildfire. One of the show's most polarizing stars had been hit with a lawsuit, and she wasn't saying a word. Not on Instagram, not on Threads, not even on TikTok, where she'd recently posted herself trying out a new contour stick while lip-syncing to a vintage Britney Spears track. Radio silence. For a cast that lives to stir the pot and then serve it hot on Bravo, her silence was deafening. The lawsuit heard round the Bravoverse. The court filing made public by the Salt Lake County District Clerk's office alleged a tangled web of financial misconduct. The plaintiff, a former business associate who had once appeared briefly in Season 4, eagle-eyed fans might remember the Spa Day Gone Wrong episode, now claiming the housewife in question had misappropriated business funds, falsified expense reports, and used their joint venture as a personal piggy bank. The lawsuit demanded over $2 million in damages, citing breach of contract, fraud, and emotional distress, but it was the accompanying affidavit that raised the most eyebrows. The plaintiff described years of manipulation, deception, and reality TV-fueled narcissism, a phrase that quickly became a meme on Twitter/X. But what got Bravo fans frothing was the timeline. Many of the alleged incidents overlapped with Season 5 filming. That meant the cameras might have caught more than just staged arguments over champagne flutes and Botox parties. Could the lawsuit play out on screen next season? Bravo's silence and strategy. Bravo declined to comment on the ongoing legal matter, citing a policy of not addressing cast litigation, but insiders were buzzing. They're not cutting her, one source told us under condition of anonymity. If anything, they're leaning in. This could be the most explosive season yet. Another production assistant reportedly overheard execs joking about whether they should thank the plaintiff for doing what casting couldn't, stirring up high-stakes drama. Still, with a lawsuit of this magnitude hanging overhead, there were whispers of concern. Would sponsors start to pull back? Could the network be named in future litigation? For now, Bravo seems to be playing the long game, letting the legal saga simmer until cameras roll again. And you can bet they'll be rolling when she's finally ready to speak. Where's the statement? The housewife herself, let's call her Danica for now, since we legally can't confirm her identity just yet, hasn't addressed the lawsuit. Her last social media post, uploaded 2 days before the news broke, showed her lounging by the indoor pool of a luxury resort with a glass of moat in hand and a caption that read simply, "Unbothered." But since the filing went public, nothing. Fans have flooded her comments. "Girl, blink twice if you're ok. Is this your Scandoval moment? Are you saving it for the reunion?" She hasn't responded to any of them. One superfan account even created a countdown timer labeled "Time since Danica last posted," turning it into a running joke. But the longer the silence continues, the more serious the speculation becomes. Is she consulting legal counsel, negotiating a behind-the-scenes settlement, or crafting the perfect sit-down confessional that will shake the snow-globed town of Salt Lake to its icy core? Friends turned foes? To make matters messier, 2 of Danica's castmates have liked cryptic posts in the last 48 hours, one that read, "Sometimes karma's just punctual," and another that simply said, "The mask always slips eventually." One former friend turned frenemy who left RHOSLC after season 3 but still maintains a presence in the gossip universe tweeted, "He can't lie on camera forever, trust me, I tried." That tweet was later deleted, but not before fans screenshot it and dissected it for clues. Was this a coordinated social media war, a subtle way of ensuring the drama spills over into season 6? We reached out to multiple cast members for comment. Most ignored the request. One sent a red lipstick kiss emoji with no further explanation.